What is up, everybody? It is I, Pepe. I'm back with another stream. It is time for the grand finals of the Big 4+1 tournament, hosted by, of course, Javos, Nas, Occuvator, and myself. Today, we have an exciting grand finals in Division 2. It's going to be between the teams of Good Old Friends and Death Dealers. Death Dealers, of course, being Hammer, Plast, Racket, and Coach. And in the Good Old Friends, we've got Boz, Bass, Blixem, X, Tumult, and John. So, without further ado, I will invite you all to also welcome my co-caster for this evening. It's going to be Zerial. If we can get the line to work here. Can I hear you, Zerial? How's it going? Maybe. We'll see. We got the sound going at least. So we got the first map as well.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All good. All good. What about you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right.
One of those spontaneous Friday evenings, right? You just
Exactly.
kind of waltz right into a fucking cold.
That's what I'm thinking.
Finals. Wondrous.
All right, I'm just going to figure out whose pick. Oh, yeah, of course, it was GoF's pick. GoF, the Good Old Friends, picking DM3. I'm not surprised, really. Racket has gone missing, apparently, so we're going to have to wait for a bit. So how's your day been? How's your week been?
Insane, as always. Way too much work.
Yep.
Way too... Not enough Quake, but, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That is the European highway. I believe, is it? I don't even know the name of it, but the one that goes between my city and your city, and we're having a land next week. That's what I'm trying to say.
That would be the...
Is it E4?
No. Well, you can't take the highway all the way, so it's the E18, I think. No, wait.
Yeah,
you live in Eskilstuna.
No, I'm Västerås, man.
Oh, yeah, you're in Västerås. Yeah, that's the E18. Yeah.
I guess I have to leave it at some point. So.
Yeah, you have to leave it and take the 255. The riksväg 255.
Like a boss.
Well, that's good to hear, at least. Sad about the not enough Quake, but we'll see. We have a prac scheduled versus you guys on Sunday, so maybe I'll see you then.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good warm up. We had some. You've had an interesting season, I feel. Which with like I can't say I know exactly all your results by heart here, but when we've played you, it's it's very uneven.
Right.
And I guess HX isn't the one to talk about that, but yeah, you and you've had some quite good results without Mutti also, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so. That feels safe to say. We got some maps versus teams that we perhaps didn't expect to, and some good games going on. So taking a map off of Slackers and one map off of Sudden Death felt pretty good. And also having Muddy around for a game versus Ving was of course a good help. So it was nice to have. And but we're talking about Division 2 right now. It's going to be Death Dealers versus Good Old Friends. Of course, Good Old Friends beat Rebel Souls in the semifinal 3-1, and Death Dealers unfortunately had to get a walkover from Fraggers United. Scheduling issues and people being away, etc. So sad to see that happen, but you know, sometimes that's the only option left. It is what it is. So Division 2 has been quite good at getting their games played. I think the best division, they got all the games played very early on. We've seen good old friends, Death Dealers, and also Rebel Souls, of course, and Fraggers United as well. All had a pretty good run, all of them. If I remember this correctly, right? I'm gonna check the site yet again because I don't have it right here. Because I can't tab in and out. Yeah, so the group stages, of course, Death Dealers in first position with 9-0 games won. Only lost 2 maps. Rebel Souls only lost 7 maps. And a 7-2 game score. Good Old Friends had a 6-3 game score with 19 maps won and 8 lost. And the Fraggers United had a 6-3 game score and 18-9 map score. So overall, it feels like it's been pretty good. I know there's been a lot of talk about D2 being very, very strong. And I think if there are any teams to actually give them a good run for their money, it might be this one. I think GoF underestimate themselves a lot. They have, I would say, improved quite a bit. They also have Blixen now. And I think
that's
I've
a strong
seen them...
addition.
Sorry, what?
That's a very strong addition to the team. I was,
yeah.
When I heard that they got Blixen, I was happy from the point of view that I knew he'd been looking for some place to belong.
Yeah.
For quite some time, you know, window shopping in the spectator mode in mixes for way too long for a player of that stature. But I was also very worried because that's one individual that can bring imbalance in the force, or I mean Division 2, right? So how has it been?
Sorry, I lost myself in the chat here. It seems to be some sort of disagreement here.
No, I mean, I kind of interrupted you when you mentioned Blixen, and
yep.
Admittedly, I have not followed the games here in detail every now and then, but I was worried that Blixen was going to cause sort of imbalance in the top of Division 2.
Yeah, no, I think there are a number of players that are heavy enough in Division 1 that if they would have been like a free agent and been added to Division 2, it would have thrown a big wrench in the whole thing and a bigger cause for concern. What I do feel like is that Blixen was a player that's been like semi-active, and of course he's a good player, but I had a pretty strong feeling that he wasn't really gonna carry the entire team up to like a win. Not of that caliber.
Right.
So I think they have a good shot at taking the win here. But probably not only thanks to Blixen, because I've seen Tumult do some like solid plays as well. And I think John has a tendency to perform well as well. So we're gonna see right now. Game is starting actually, so let's jump right on here. Remind me to update the scores and after this DM3. Good Old Friends pick, Blixen with a rocket spawn, and Plast gets a really nice spawn with the Pent. Oh, that's a discharge pack. Yes, he's gonna get the LG. Plast now with Pent and LG. They're at -3 score, mind you. So probably not as good of a start. And yellow was stolen. And look at this. Base is actually here. He's annoying the enemy team quite well around here.
And Blix seems to have picked up the... It's about to... Yeah, he just got red. He managed to survive with the first rocket there. Rather than red, except the first spawn.
It's a pretty, like, overall, I'm going to swap POVs here because I feel that, oh, maybe Coach can get out here of the water. He won't. Could have shot rocket, but I understand the decision not to. Blixen standing strong here at red. As you said, he has secured it for him and his team, but he's getting run down now by boomsticks left and right. And they are hitting shots. That's a great direct onto Raket, denying him. Plast trying to jump in through the window, get the quad, but it's going to be an X pickup.
I think Coach made the right call. They had one rocket, the other team had 0, and putting one in the hands of them there would have been sort of giving away the advantage way too early.
Absolutely. I feel like there's a reason to leave a pack right there if you know that you have a teammate around. But seeing as he did not, the correct decision was made, not leaving it up for a 50-50 or whatever. And the next RL actually goes to Hammer. Hammer's now at the bridge, but X is standing here inside yellow, and he's waiting for him. So that RL is going to fall. There's a yellow guaranteed for his teammate as well. It's looking pretty good for good old friends right here. They have X running crazy with just SMGs and armors. Oh my, what a frag fest for X. Jumping over to Blixem here with the quad pickup. He has a red, he has a rocket. Oh! I was a bit worried he was going to shoot a rocket straight to the face of his enemy that just spawned there. It was a bit too close, but 39 frags to 11 after 2.5 minutes. And that's what you need right there.
Yep.
LG worked by Coach. He has a red, and he's going to battle out with base here, but he's going to have to retreat. Get his LG out of there. John with the red and the rocket.
Yeah, it's always gonna hurt when you've had the first rocket for 2.5 minutes and just wrecked, and then some dude with 120 ping just shafts you in the back. You know, that's.
Yeah, of course, you're not gonna be lucky the entire 20 minutes of the playing time. But we see that Raquette actually got himself a rocket. He's a bit weak for this quad coming up, though. John does have an armor and a rocket, but he's only got one rocket to use, and there you go, base with a quad pickup and LG. Good timing here to actually disrupt as much as you can around the LG. Is he gonna go down? No. Could have restocked on some cells with the fresh LG pickup. No need to. He's got help at red, but not enough. There's an enemy up there stealing it. John comes to the rescue, but it's not gonna be enough. Base escapes, but barely. Is he gonna make it out of here? Oh, he is. So Raquette was just there picking up the mega and didn't recognize that base was inside there. So he's gonna escape with an LG. Oh no. Stolen mega by his buddy there. Yeah, that's gonna be cells as well. Raquette right now has a really good chance at making the big play here to take over a quad. He has to hit these shots though. Oh no.
I mean, that is just so annoying when, you know, this unintentional ballet dancing into quad by the SG spawn that happened there. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. It is one of those. You're really just trying your hardest to actually not damage yourself, and in the process, you're shooting rockets that are falling way short or like going way too long. And look at this. Hammer's gonna help out his buddy Plaster to pick up the next RL. Just before the pent, they have 2 rockets. No, sorry, 3. Raquette still has his rocket at red, but he's only got 25 HP. Hammer earlier for the pent. This is what you like to see. 15 seconds early. It's great timing to be here, to be able to defend. You see base. He falls down. That's a pack generated. Not going to be able to hold that for long. And denying any access from the water area here. And Blixen comes out flying. Has a red. Doesn't get to steal that one. Hammer with the pent. And quad for free as well. Nobody was on it. And there you go. What a good run with the quad and the pent here by Hammer.
Yeah, X had a rocket launcher they're picked up coming up on bridge. That was the last one they have, and this should mean that we'll see the frag count equalizing here. Not so long from now.
Yeah.
It should.
It should. They go. Oh, what a surprise attack there by base and the LG. Not enough to actually do much, because Hammer still had the quad. He was a bit early with the attack, but it was a good choice still. And they are hammering down on Hammer with the shotguns right now. Raining down pellets. He's gonna get another red though for free, so fought off all the floods of enemies.
Yeah, you're always a bit nervous standing there waiting, aren't you, when you have a weapon and no armor? You're gonna peek down or not?
Yeah, and shooting a teammate as well.
Yeah.
Dealing a lot of damage to Raquette there. Maybe unnecessary, but still works. And he's flying through the map with the quad right now. This is looking great for death dealers right now. The good old friends are left in some really strange situations. And why would he go down to peek again?
Happen, yeah. Yeah, I think it was tunnel vision. 2 frags away from the equalizer, though. Remind me, Pepe, whose pick was this?
This was good old friends' pick. They picked the M3.
Okay.
But I am, however, curious to see that Tumult is not playing the M3. Maybe this is what they agree on beforehand, but it's still strange to me because it feels like he's a solid TB3 player. Good shot coming out on call, coach. The second one misses, but the third one's good. And the fourth one to finish the job. Blixham, 32 HP remaining. Time for quad as well. Hammer with the pickup. Only has a boomstick to his name, though. That's a G.
Yeah,
oh,
right
that's a great pickup by
when he
John.
goes down. Yeah, right at the point of sort of equalization here of the frags. And now things are more even when you look at the weapon and the stacks.
Yeah, the distribution is quite even. What is that pack generated by Plast? Blixham and John holding down red. And they are good for just keeping red safe for a long time before this quad. They're going to get 2 reds. And Blixham even has the resources to jump out a bit and try to disturb the enemies. And there's Coach. Coach not going to be able to survive. Blixham 48 HP this time. Gets away again. He's eliminated 2 rockets in a very short span of time right here. Just before a quad is about to spawn as well. And John is stacked before it. He has a rocket and an LG. Let's try to find him.
You should take note to how,
Where is he?
I believe it was Raket, kind of hugged Blixen there. He had no weapon, but he went up and hugged him and blocked him from moving.
Oh.
Which made it way more awkward for Blixen to get out of that situation. I think if he hadn't had him, that would have ended way faster. But now he lost pretty much his whole stack because of that move.
And the quad was eliminated, so John is holding down red yet again. He was pushed down into the middle of the hill and couldn't get back up on the quad because there were 2 boomsticks near him, and he knew there was someone up at the quad, and they picked it up, didn't know if it was a weapon. And then Coach dropped down with the quad and got eliminated quickly. So well played by John and good old friends. They are back in the lead, only 6 frags ahead though. And a quad is eliminated, so they really need to be focusing on the yellow area right here because Hammer and Plast have LGs. Plast just fell to an enemy rocket. Blixham is out there. Let's try and fight Blixham here. We got Plast over here with the yellow. Base with an LG, no cells. Oops, sorry. I don't know the POVs yet, but there we go. We found Blixham over at High Bridge. Raquette steals the quad, though. And Blixham is just wreaking havoc over here. Keeping very good control over the water area. And, of course, a good timing on the
he's good at holding down yellow. As you can see here, clearly. The anti-jinxed. Just taking place before our eyes.
He has gotten a lot of frags, and with John over at red as well, just before the pent, it's going to be a rough time for D2 to find any sort of stack before the pent.
Yeah.
There you go. Early for the pent, realizes his buddy is down there, and he can only help out from high up above or down below. Chooses to go to the water. And
right there.
That was a close steal. There you go. X with the pen pickup. Gets a pack. 2 packs even, I think. Bit late for the quad, but that's fine.
Good to steal it, though.
Sorry, what was that?
It's good that they steal it. They deny it from the enemy pent. You know, you got nothing better to do. You might as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. They have two weapons right now. Sadly, Plast just fell, and both of their weapons are now gone. They are battling with Blixham over at yellow. Sorry, now it's John over at yellow. And he goes down. And I think he bored and left a pack. So who got the pack? That was Blixham over at lifts. Got the pack, got out of there. Needs to get here, inside here to red. X holding down the fort. But meanwhile, While X is just holding down red, he's not pushing out towards yellow, giving D2 a better chance of getting back here. And they have now a rocket in the hands of Hammer. It's a very stacked X here. Taking out Blast, taking out Raket. And there you go, LG on quad. That's what you'd love to see. You heard the LG pickup there. Got to be careful around the water now.
Yeah, and Hammer's at lifts, waiting for the opportunity to drop there, but...
Yeah, I might have to wait for quite some time. And X...
Yeah, and it's worth doing.
Yeah, and X left him alone there. I don't really know why.
Did he know, though, that he was there with a rocket?
Maybe not, because maybe they just heard the call there were some other lifts. Shot a rocket there, didn't connect, and just figured, he's already out of there.
Yeah, and now, you know, if Hammer can survive Blixen, he's gonna be able to make it to red, but it does look a bit rough. He's dead. Yeah. He did not survive Blixen.
John is escaping here, lifts, does have a rocket. It's time for quad even. Coach tries to wrap around the window, but X is standing strong right there. Gets another quad pickup. Going back to his POV yet again.
Yeah, and we're starting to approach this sort of this is over mark. You know, I'm not saying I think it is, but when you're on a DM3, now we got some nice engagements. Yes.
Oh no!
What happened there?
I don't know. He just didn't let go of the LG button there. He's a bit stressed, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Kind of Quake version of spilling beer on your body. It's just kind of shafting him, you know. I'm sorry.
And then sadly, Coach fell yet again. So we're going back to X and the squad over GoF. John over here at yellow. Another pack, and they're just trying their hardest to get inside this yellow and take an armor. They're not getting through, though.
Oh, and
really,
I mean,
at this point, X is
for a
just
body
running
and send him in first there, right? To distract John. You don't have to go in front face, no armor and a rocket.
No, you're absolutely right.
Because it's very unlikely that the guy holding down yellow is going to stare at SSG, right? He's going to be staring at your direction that you're coming from. So send someone in first.
They have a rocket now in Plast's hands. He is over at water, so he's trying to hide from the quad for the duration of it. And he manages to do so. Quad has now run out. They have an LG as well in Coach. Hammer's waiting for the next rocket. And here we go. Plast is in low high bridge area. And there you go. There's John. Not sending anybody yet again. There's a pack generator, though. Has to pick up that quick, and Plast has to get out of there, too. Racket has a yellow. Not much to do with that. Could deliver the pack over from Coach, but it's not going to be successful as Base jumps in and finishes the job on him. Time for quad yet again. It's going to be X this time, too. Does he get the frag? Oh. Where's the LG going, man? Oh, there you go. That's the same trap as we saw earlier, right?
Yep. Sure was. I kind of incorrectly thought that Base was only a 2-on-2 player. I didn't think he played anything but 2-on-2 or like DM4 or stuff like that.
Yeah, I think most players just think he's a spectator, really. That's the meme. But no, yeah, I think he was convinced to join this team to actually be able to play with fellow Swedes and such, and not just sit around wait for something.
Or
here you go, Blast over
the right
lift.
amount of money.
It was for the money, yeah. Pack generated right there, and that's a pen. Goes to the hands of John, which is good, actually, because he didn't have armor, and Base does have armor, so he can get out of there easily. Quad was killed off, though. Stolen by Coach. Time to let John roam with the pent here. Finds one. Finds another, and that's that's an LG pack. But he has to get out before the pent's over. Solid choice. Well played. Hammer right now does have that LG pack in the water.
Now we're definitely at the point where D2 is probably kind of a little bit disconnected from the game itself, from trying to do things together, but rather kind of phasing out, thinking about the next map, hopefully not tilting on each other. I know too little of their sort of in-game antics and dynamics to say either way, but
John
it's
pushing up
a
here.
tough one.
It is hard.
4 minutes left.
The mental battle is probably greater than the battle in the game. And look at that. Plast stealing a quad. He just barely survived that. That's a pack over at yellow. Good work by Plast. Oh, there you go. Not much to do with this, though. He only has 26 HP.
Yeah, he can't go up the tunnel this week. He knows that, you know, there are enemies there. That he knows that they know that he's coming.
Yeah, no. That's impossible. He has to retreat back. Finds a Mega, though. Good timing on that one. Maybe they're trying to push for it now, actually. There you go. Finds an angle, but he takes some damage as well. Needs help from his buddy Hammer here, who also has a rocket. He's in SNG trying to get through. 4 rockets now for D2. Can they get this quad, though? He's trying to figure out what his buddies are doing. Coach over here at window trying to steal the quad here. Does get 1 hit, 2 hits, barely. But that's a pack generated, and John is going to be here with the quad. Not able to pick it up. And he falls to a Rocket's rocket. X still defending red, and he's been holding down the fort for his team very well here. It looks very even on the frag distribution among good old friends as well. Look at this, Rocket really trying to go for it here. No HP left. Trying his darndest to just get a final push onto Blixum there. It's not going to succeed. Half HP left. Fresh red to refill. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the top at DM3 or at red at DM3, it's like one big chandelier at Schloss, you know.
Yeah.
It's very hard to win, you know, bottom-up play there.
Absolutely. It is one of those, if you're trying to fight with the guy who's got the high ground, it's almost a losing battle, but some people find a way to do it. And I think the unintentional or intentional map design of having the sort of beams up in the roof, the construction beams, sort of make it just a little bit easier if you're coming from low.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to have quad or know, like, either that the guy there is weak or that you know exactly where he's standing from a buddy having told you, right?
Yeah. And here we see it. Look at this. Hammer already took space over at red, and Blixum had to back out. He saw him earlier and didn't really have a shot at attacking him there. So Blixum has to fall back to the yellow and get something here, some armor before this next quad is coming up. John has an LG and a bit of red, trying to assist him as well as he can. Not much armor left, though. Can he get this yellow before the quad? He's not going to be able to reach it. And here comes Hammer. Now they know Blixum has a rocket. They know where he is. Sort of. And Hammer's chasing ghosts here. Whoop. Shot to the floor. Not optimal. Last 30 seconds. He does have a quad. And then, oh my god! The finishing touches there from John and the LG. Plast falls yet again. And maybe Blixum will go down this time. 2 HP left. It is exciting to see. This has been a lot of pushes and pushing back, but always standing stronger. It's been good old friends taking home their own map pick, DM3.
Yeah, and it looks to me that D2 are strongest on DM2, or at least have been in this tournament. I mean, they have very strong stats on all maps here, but and they have 100% win rate on PB, Schloss, and DM2.
Yeah.
But the highest kind of, you know, the strongest, most convincing wins have most definitely been on DM2.
Absolutely. And we see no surprise here. We see Blixum up top with the frag count and the efficiency as well. John had a great frag streak of 25. Base with the best quad run in game. That's weird. I thought that would be X because he picked up like 4 quads in a row. And alas, that is what we have. Did they get all the pence? No, they got 2 pence. I knew they didn't get the first one, but I thought GoF almost got all 3 pence that were coming at 5, 10, and 15 minutes. There you go.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's there's something about old players in DM3, right? Fucking and it's like I don't like it myself, and I'm part of that sort of paradigm. The oldies, they have their way over there.
Yeah.
And then there are maps like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is the opposite, if you will.
Yeah. I think Schloss is a good pick for D2, mainly because they have Hammer, and Hammer is a really solid Schloss player. Other than that, they also have Plast. He's also really good on this map. I think those two will be a really good asset on this map.
Yeah, Plast is... we've seen some, really strong performances on the big stage from Plast since I came back 2 years ago or so. And yeah, now they're down 1. And it must be a game of, or best of what, 5?
This is a best of 5, yes.
Right.
Correct. Base is going to drop and leave space for Tumult. There you go. Get some Tumman action in here.
Okay. This, yeah, I guess, Base is an oldie, isn't he?
Well, depends. Like, do you mean age-wise or game time-wise?
No, wait, game time-wise. I mean, I recognize his name from before I left. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. I think he's been around for quite some time. Most of the time, probably.
Yeah.
But I think this is his, this team is his first Form 4 team in quite some time.
Yeah, I can remember distinctly when I came back and I played this map with Tot in a practice game. I don't know if it was versus 3B or something, and it was just... I just felt like I was at some big kiddie playground and I had no idea where I was going. It's not the same anymore. Let's see now.
All right.
What Dealers can do.
Schloss coming up. And Blixum does get the... Yep. Did get the Cathedral. Plast does get the... Oh, look at that! What a spot by Plast and the boomstick with the quad. Raquette finally picks up the pen, so that's quite late. It's not the earliest pen, but that's fine. Tumult with the ring is trying his hardest to figure out where this guy is going at. And he's gonna... Is he gonna waste all this time chasing a ring? Surely not.
He's
gonna be late. He's gonna wait for tower. Oh no, this is not the greatest pen run I've ever seen, but look at that. He gets the telefrag as well. I really struggle to find the reasoning behind chasing a ring like that, but there you go, Raquette. He's got support from Hammer as well. He's got Cathedral on lockdown. Oh, good rocket there by Hammer.
Yeah, I think it's a good old case of, or a bad old case of tunnel vision.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Hammer just suicides right there. Plast with the quad pickup, though. Needs to get back to red quite quickly here. There you go. It's going to be safe. Yes. And right now, his best course of action would be what? Either push Cathedral or safe up the next tower for his team. I would say right now, if they know that there are no rockets over at GoF side, go for the Cathedral one. But he's going to help out at tower here.
Definitely.
It is hard to keep track of all the rockets that are on this map, of course. There seem to be a lot of them. Yet there's only 2. Oh! What a shot! What a play by Plast, the mid-air rocket! And he didn't even look at it. Cool guys don't look at explosions.
They don't, and Polish guys always play very decisively. I don't know if you've noticed. There's no hesitation in any Polish player who's ever touched this game. They just go.
Yeah, I recognize
They
that.
act and they play, you know, and they do really nice plays. And sometimes they push on a bit too much. You know, that's the downside. of it, but-
What is that boomstick with the quad? Absolutely great. Well, Plas can be happy with just that. He's wiggling his crosshair around a bit, trying to figure out what's going on. Is it magic or is it just him? Oh, he gets shot in the back here, though.
You know, dropping the mouse and keyboard for a second and just looking at his own hands. Is this really me?
Did I do that? Comes to mind. It's a good setup here by Plast. He's keeping red safe. He's got it on lockdown. And what helps better here is that he can keep the tower safe as well with the stack that he has right now. There you go. A couple of shots from John from the other side. He's not going to keep tower safe. He's going to go for the quad again, of course. Dodging all those pines. All but one. Oh, careful around those pines. Yeah, they fall crazy. Oh, John dropped down into red.
It's such an important sort of way of countering the fact that if you're on cat side and the other team has the red side, you have less sort of stack automatically, but you do have the high ground on quad high, and if you're able to use that by spamming rockets right in the right places on the other side,
Yeah,
you have an advantage. That if you don't do that, it's gonna be very tough to hold.
absolutely. And two great quad runs coming out from Plast here, and it's not even time for Pent yet. He's going to get back to red here as well. Hammer holding it down. So really what you want here, Hammer's moving out. Plast should remain over at red because they don't want anybody to come in here and be a nuisance. But he's going to, of course, dive straight towards the quad. They have a lot of control. Quad goes down. Coach with the safe up RL for his teammate, and they should have 4 rockets soon. If Plast can make it back and get one. Yeah, there you go. Gets his pack over quad. And they have most of the space locked down, but they did leave red now. So they didn't leave a guy over at red. They all went hungry for the quad and hungry for frags. So right now they're a bit behind on stacks compared to what GoF can carry into the next coming Pent here if they get a hold of a rocket or two. Because they don't have armor. Right now, D2 are falling like they're dying like flies from grenades of John. And there you go, double pack over Cathedral. Two men is holding down, tower for his buddy. And that's another pack generator or a tower. And Pent is coming up really, really soon. And Tumult doesn't know that this yellow is not going to be spawning just yet. So he has to go down, 100 HP, down for the Pent. Not going to be able to get there. He's not going for it. Wait, quad? No? Okay. Pent's coming up. Yeah, it's later. It's a bit delayed. And there you go, Plast with the pickup. Of course, the Pent was delayed about 9 seconds there, so... It's a good choice here by Plast. Going for the quad first, then Pent. Then gets to the rocket at tower. And gets a kill on Blixen with the ring as well. What a crazy turn of events that was.
Yeah, 67, 68, 41. Looking at a 30 frag league here. And it's 5.5 minutes. Not a single rocket on good old friend's side.
Yeah, they did have rockets before that Pent, but everything just died for D2 before the Pent, and it felt like they were for sure gonna get the Pent with the rockets that they had. But unfortunately, Plast was just too quick there with the super shotgun and the quad. Really guaranteed. Oh, look at that! He's so on top of it. He is on a roll. Plast is, I don't know what that's probably the sickest run we've seen in a long time here. He's grabbing quads left and right, guaranteeing reds, and now he's probably yelling at his team, why is no one at red? They just stole it. God damn you. What? keep it safe for me so I can get it when I need to kill again. Alright, toying around here with Tumult. Let's see what's going on the side of Hammer. He's keeping red safe. This time, having it held down. Coach over here at tower. And good old friends have X with a rocket over at Cathedral. Waiting for another one. There they go. 3 rockets now. John, Blixum, and X need to make this quad happen so they can get back the 30 frags they're behind. That's going to be a free pickup there for X. He's actually not challenged at all by Plast. I was expecting him to fly in all crazy again and try to steal it. That's a kill. Good work there by X. Getting down Raquette, who had red and possibly a Mega. I'm not sure. Now's not the time to hang around.
That you expect to see. It was probably stacked.
Yeah. 4 rockets for D2 at this point, and X doesn't have any support to walk into red and attack. It is quite concerning when you see that you have 3 weapons, and they all had armor. Why is nobody helping him? Gets a bunch of rockets transferred from his teammate. Plast solo rocket on his team right now over at tower. Needs to battle it out for the next quad coming up here. X is on top of quad high. Plast takes out John. Raquette is down below with the yellow. They do get the quad. I don't understand this. Why is X alone?
Yeah, you shouldn't be in that situation.
Oh, that's a great way to kill off the quad.
As well. Yeah.
There's still just 1 rocket in the hands of D2, and it's Plast. And now Blixum is perched upon the red. This is good. They do have another rocket on Tillman. If he can get over here to the red, that would be great.
And it does seem to be the case that the performance of good old friend on Schloss is very much dependent on this guy here.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Blixum has a good Schloss, then they do too, and if he doesn't, then they don't. That's what the stats are telling us.
Yeah, my main issue with this right now is they got the red. They have a good setup for the quad here. 2 reds, 1 is battling it out. It's going to be John over at quad high, trying to kill something. Look at that, Tumult with the steal from underneath the feet of D2. They had 2 rockets, but they were a bit cautious shooting too many rockets around there. Not wanting to drop packs. John on top of the red right here. They still have John and Blixum with rockets, with reds. Just get more of those and you'll be fine. Pent is coming up soon. Look at that. Plast is over here, taking a lot of damage. Dealing a lot too. It's going to be Tower RL times very soon, and before that, there's going to be a red. Job well done here by John and Blixum again. They're really holding down the fort for good old friends, and Pent is coming up. It's going to be, I think it's 9 seconds delayed. Maybe more.
Yeah, and the lead is shrinking quite significantly, so only 20 now.
Yeah, it's one of those slowly but surely we're going to get there. Look at that fighting here. Blixum goes down. Coach with the steal, and he does get the pack. No way. He did get a pack, and so did
Was it a buddy or?
No, I think it was Blixum's old pack down there, just laying around. Coach not moving as efficiently as he might, but he is also at 100 ping, so keep that in consideration. Chasing down X here.
I gotta say though, it's more than once where I've jumped into Pent with nothing, and somehow I just end up with a rocket launcher. I don't understand how it even happens, because people get like, it's like a, yeah. What is it I say normally? It's like 8 people in a phone booth, trying to get the Pent at Schloss.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But D2 right now, they have 3 rockets. 1 is remaining at red. Coach is venturing over here into tower. Tumult is trying to get that yellow, but he's not going to be able to. Coach has to retreat. And maybe there's a quad here to be found. It's going to be a trade-off there, I think. So there's a pack left over at quad, possibly. Unless they got it. No. No packs picked up by good old friends, so 2 rockets now for D2. 1 in the hands of Plast and the other in the hands of Coach is over at red. Trying to escape here. Keep tower safe. Coach needs to get back over there. John with the rocket steal and a yellow. Great work here by John. He's navigating the rockets and the shotgun shots. So good. It's looking really, really well for him right here. He's performing well as as we can see on the scoreboard down here as well. 34 frags. It's looking really, really good for John. Setting up before the quad as well. 2 rockets per team. Only issue is that one team has reds. The other one does not. What? Just before the quad, Coach jumps in towards Cathedral. And John is jumping down, not for the quads. Blast is going to have a free quad pick here. A couple of rockets getting shot at him. But he is absolutely fine. Oh no, drops a pack over tower. X with the attempted rocket jump over to take that tower yellow. However, his teammate needed it more.
4 rockets to 0 now. 1.
Yeah.
Just pick one up at Cath.
It is looking good for good old friends right now. They're still like holding on to the frag difference, but they really, really need a solid quadrant here. They need to set up earlier. I think Basis in the chat here saying, "Don't think we ever got a pent on this map." Well, I think your setups are a bit too off because Blast has jumped in and just stolen quads, and so have a bunch of people in D2. Need one guy over at quad high and the other one parked on quad low. And like shooting rockets like that at the wall, where Coach almost gets to steal it. And there you see, Hammer steals it again. Why is this guy alone at quad? X is alone on quad and they had 4 rockets. That makes no sense.
No, this isn't E1M2, you know, where you could be. I mean, you wouldn't be forgiven for doing that with that many rockets on E1M2 either. But it is like a, you know, a learned behavior over there that quad isn't primary as it is everywhere else. But on this map, it is.
And Tumult drops a pack over quad high, which is absolutely unnecessary at that point when you see the quad right there. I don't know. They're really trying to hold down red. I don't blame them for it. I honestly don't. Because they have 3 reds right now with rockets. They're going to be fine. But what they need is guaranteeing themselves not being put in a position where the enemy team can push them with a quad over at red. Because the wrong team to challenge in that sort of manner is D2, arguably. They are so good on this map, and Blast barely survives with a quad pickup. It is frustrating to see if you're watching this back as good old friends after the game as a VOD. It's gonna stink. Oh, is he gonna challenge Blixen here? Absolutely not. Maybe over here at red. This is the shot. Can they get the angle? Does not. Shoots the floor a bit too close, so taking a lot of damage from that. He has to retreat back to tower, steals it. There you go, Pent coming up very soon as well. That's a pack generated. That's great news for GoF. One rocket is dead, and what are these shots? X, that SNG really isn't necessary before Pent. Come on! Ah, there you go, X with the Pent pick.
And then he gets it also. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, where are you? I'm like, yeah, I'll be right there. I just need to pick up this SMG.
Yeah, he really needs to be flying around the map right now, not getting stuck in windows. I know Cisco is dying laughing.
40 frag lead or something now to only 3. It's basically equal. We are on par.
Oh, that's an enemy ring, but he didn't dare to take the shot. Or did he not see him? He's quite invisible though, but yeah. They gotta get to the tower before it spawns. Tower's up very, very soon. They have to go for it. The ring is gone. My guy. I'm starting to get into the shouting at the players from behind my screen here.
Yeah, well, we're all waiting for that, so... I mean, if you bring it out close to the end of the second game, it's already a bit late.
It's
want to see it in the first map.
Yeah, it is challenging to see this. Tillman actually getting the kill, and he gets the quad to follow it up with. This is great news for GoF. They are just 4 frags behind, but Coach has a rocket right there, denying Tumult any entry in towards red. How are they going to challenge the red right now? I don't think they have the opportunity to do so. It's a solid quad run for sure, but he's not.
It's tempting.
Yeah, he really needs more space, and he didn't have the resources to take it. And There you go. Don't shoot that rocket. No. Tumult. You can see him. He was about to go down and he wanted to throw out a Hail Mary rocket. Can't fault him for doing that. They know that they have Blixen right now over at Red 2. But they only have the one rocket just before the quad 2. And that's gonna hurt. And Raket to follow it up with. There you go. Blast on top of the next quad here. It's looking very close, but after this quad run, I think it might not be. No rockets left in the hands of good old friends. What is a team to do at this point in time, Zero?
Well, you have to talk. Well, someone has to make the call, because most teams, especially not on this level, you know, it's pretty much top Div1 will just automatically know what to do all the time, right? Someone needs to make the call, and then the team needs to act accordingly. In this case, it's about protecting, helping, and supporting your one rocket launcher, and that is X, and he is at Red. So get your ass there.
Absolutely.
Someone
Great
needs to go for a weapon.
ultimate.
Yeah. That is worth a lot at this point. One rocket denied.
Yeah, they have 2 rockets now. They got one on Blixen, and he has a red, and they got X as well. I don't think they can challenge the quad here, though. Maybe send out a few rockets. What is that attack? No, it's just some seconds too late there. X is holding down red still, though. That's good for GoF at this point, but they are still behind. 12 frags. And the quad is eating a lot of damage, trying to navigate into something. Oh, that's a red, I'm sorry, a yellow armor steal by a teammate. X is too late, quad is in there. And Hammer takes out the one RL that good old friends had left.
I don't know.
Their hopes here.
Did someone say he was weak? Or why would he jump in? They knew he was there.
Yeah, but they must have made the call because he didn't get the yellow. And I don't think they knew that he was weak per se, but they had gotten a good amount of shots on him. And I think X just missed the shot. He could have gotten the kill with one shot there.
Yeah, and I guess they're desperate also with just 1 minute left, and you know, the lead is growing. They need to kill him, they need to get the next hour. So
yeah, good work here by Coach. Picking up the last quad. Only some boomsticks around to eliminate before heading off into red. That's a safe. Whoa, look at that. Like some colliding with him mid-air. And a great buckshot to just eliminate Blixen off the face of the earth. And 15 seconds left to go. It's 30. We're back to 30 frags difference here between GoF and D2. It's going to be a 1-to-1 map score after this one.
Yeah, and you got to give it to the good old friends for putting up such a fight here on the home turf of D2.
Absolutely.
I do not think that the group game on Schloss ended that close. I think it was rather... I don't have it here, but I think it was a bigger... Okay, it was actually 237 to 102. That's a pretty decisive win for D2.
Absolutely. It is one of those... Oh, we're jumping right into E1M2. So quick. Okay, I think E1M2, like it has been stated a bunch of times, that this is the map that usually tends to have the closest scores. If we look at the stats on TB4, the Big 4 homepage. And it's usually a decider for that reason. People rarely pick it as like a starter map because it is not a guarantee.
I was wondering where this familiar music was coming from. I was like, what the hell?
That's me, buddy.
Yeah, and then when you said it's TB4 webpage, I was like, okay. I was listening a lot to that when Javors dropped it.
Yeah, man.
Playing for hours.
It's really good music to have on in the background when like you're working or something.
Yeah. Retro wave, synth wave, whatever you want to call it.
Hell yeah,
I love it.
Well, waiting for players to ready up. We've got a 1-to-1 map score right here in the finals of Division 2. Are they swapping any players now, or are they keeping it the same. Yeah, base is not jumping in, so they're keeping it the same. And of course, there is quite a ping difference here, but I'm struggling to understand why Raket is at 38 when all the other Swedes on the field are at 25.
Yeah,
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I was gonna say maybe he's compensating, but why should he do that when he has the North American guy? Yeah, sometimes it's simply that we are so used to having good ping, and we don't. If you don't stop to look when you join the server, you might be playing on 48 ping.
All right, pausing the music here. It's going to be E1 M2 time. As you said, ping can be quite a difference maker in some fights. Hopefully, we'll see that not matter as much. X with the rocket pickup in the start here. Who's over at yellow? That's going to be Raket, and quad goes to Plast. So this is a pretty solid start here for D2. They have the yellow and they have the quad. Don't have the rocket, which is fine. But Plast is down to 7 HP with a quad here. I have a hard time seeing him actually get, anything done here. And X now recognizing quad is over. He can push towards the yellow. Bridge is not out. There you go. And next yellow should be an easy pickup for X. Unless Coach is arriving here. He's moving in. There you go. Good shot, but he's going to shoot the floor first. X goes down to 9 HP. Better to pick up that Pac-Man. You're the Pac-Man. 9 HP. Why are you holding packs, dude?
Yeah, that's a little bit too much.
He's just the type of guy he is. Solid setup for the quad here, though. X with an SSG. The RL in Coach's hands is looking a bit squishy here. Can he get the yellow beforehand, though? He does. Oh, he falls down towards green, though. There's only one rocket on the field.
Oh my god, it gets heavy on E1 M2 when you're the only one having one.
It's not easy.
Heavy and hot.
Yeah, it's not easy when you have the quad like this as well. You just have to wait for the yellow, basically. He's spending all that time with the quad getting an armor. Which, like, yeah, it makes sense. Because you want the armor to win the map. But what they don't have is rockets right now. They've got Koj and Hammer with rockets over at D2 right now. X and John both have grenades and yellows. Pretty solid setup for John to be able to go in and steal, maybe steal a rocket. He will do so. John will get the rocket. Raket jumps right into the yellow, and Hammer with the quad pickup. There you go. Good setup here by D2. They pushed both rockets into quad. Sorry, I was talking over you there. What were you saying?
No, I was just... quad was looking to be contested, and then it was... and D2 made the push and got it. Then...
Oh my god! John! With the elimination of Hammer's quad and yellow and rocket. What?
Yeah, it just shows you that what some creativity and some unexpected moves can give you.
Absolutely.
I pulled something like this off, not in a important game as this, but Java once came to window at DM3 with quad, and I was on the floor at 10th. And then when he was jumping down, I rocket jumped up and I killed him. Because he wasn't prepared for me, like, jumping up. Right?
Yeah, because why would you do that?
Yeah. Well, ruined you.
Unfortunate for John here, falls down, so the yellow is going to be not his. I don't know if he knows, but the enemies have a weapon over at Mega. It's going to be Plast with a Mega and a green. And he's not really challenging it, which is probably the wiser choice, because he could withstand like one rocket hit and then he'd be toast. And like I said, he drops a pack as well, I think. Yep, Raket survives with 4 HP. Oh wow, Plast is moving in towards the yellow here. With the rocket, full speed, send it. Oh no, Plast falls down. And there you go, a little collide kiss in the midair there between Plast and Raket. Good work by Tumult, recognizing there's a rocket down there. Hammer with the quad pickup is going to get eliminated by grenade immediately. Well played by X. Mega was picked up by Raket there, so he's pretty stacked here. 2 rockets on the field, and they both belong to D2. They are behind in frags, mind you. But this setup with Plast over at Rocket, camping it for a bit, might be what they need.
Yeah, we took one map of BB. That was E1 and 2, and I found myself standing right there for minutes against them, just decimating them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what had us the game.
But it is one of those.
Really
it can be so effective if you manage to do it properly. Like we said, this is a map of
taking out the
close.
kneecaps. Yeah, it is.
It is a map of close scores, and the scores are right now. They're about 15 frags apart. They have 2 rockets in both teams. D2 have yellow and quad control. Good old friends are pushed back to Mega.
Let's see what happens now.
Oh, wow. That's a great shot. Good one. Hammer gets his revenge on John and X. Taking out 1 rocket at a time there. Oh, no, we only got the 1. Sorry. I thought that was both the rockets. Well, great setup here by Hammer.
You know,
he's got quad over
a bit on the sort of like the opposite of what John did. Like Hammer did the unexpected, but not flying. Instead, he went in hiding. It's not what you expect, really. The quad jumps in, but it worked.
It's a great TP here. Raket is holding down yellow, waiting for Hammer to return. He has the Mega. There's not going to be a Mega for good old friends before this quad. So they can send in Raket. And I'm wondering if they're going to try and challenge the quad. No, they don't. Probably the better choice. Wait for a Mega instead. There is a rocket into Mult's hands. He gets the escape because he shoots Raket way up above into the Mega room. And Mega's coming up. Oh. He heard the spawn, yep. Or did he? Yeah, he had to second guess himself there for a bit. It is a great setup here for D2 right now, but Tumult and Blixen are hiding somewhere. Yep, both at door with rockets. Only greens, though. Oh, wow, what a great grenade hit by John. Raket standing strong over here at yellow. They got 2 rockets still per team, which is kind of crazy. They've held on to these rockets for so long, both teams. And yeah, Mega's coming up. Raket's going to be able to nail that down while Hammer takes the quad and roams the fields. Oh, nice little flick shot right there. However, they're still not in the lead. It's close. They've taken out 1 rocket. Blixen's still alive, though.
I mean, I don't know, man. For me, it's just anticlimactic to see him pull out the nail gun there. It's just like, I don't know, like a Terminator with a water gun or something. It's
I think it's great.
A regular shotgun.
I use it all the time like that as well. If you don't have the SMG, might as well. He did have a super shotgun though, so that could have been more effective.
That's way more. I would argue that depending on how well you aim. I mean, if you just use the regular shotgun with quad, I think Hammer has the aim to do that instead.
Oh, for sure. Yet again, pulling out the nail gun instead of using the. Now I'm starting to agree with you here. What is going on? Yeah, something's lagging around here. Oh, the server is absolutely going crazy. What the hell?
A lot of packet loss.
Oh Lord.
It's insane, yeah.
What is going on with the server here? Okay.
This is not what we want to see in a gold final here.
No, not at all. Did the server like die? It's looking kind of weird. The server just died. Everyone just left the server. Oh.
Terrible.
Well, what do we do in this situation?
I mean, has there ever been... You don't really start at like 13 minutes to finish it. I mean, you replay the game, don't you?
I mean,
Or I haven't seen an instance of this since I
no.
came back.
I think this is the first time this happened, so I'm jumping in the... Oh, wait. Are we back? Wait, what? Hello? No, fuck. Oh, the demo stopped. Yeah, because I'm in QTV. I'm an idiot. Yeah, they're back.
Oh,
yeah,
right, okay.
yeah. They just paused and came back. All right, we're back. Jesus. I'm getting scared immediately. Oh, hammer with the quad yet again. Here we go. The timer looks a bit off. It'll auto-correct itself later on. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Who cares? It's about 8 minutes played when we went into freeze mode. Look at this. Push from Blixen.
It's the equivalence of like the TV stops working and you think it's nuclear war outside. Oh my god, what's happening? Yeah, the TV just stopped.
Yeah, being a kid, like watching TV in stormy weather. Solid choice to have X pick up the quad here. It wasn't really stacked, but he's gonna be fine going back to yellow here. I think they really need to send X with the boomstick into the rocket. Oh, maybe here in start. Can he get a kill onto Blast? I doubt it. Oh, close. Yeah. Did a lot of damage.
Oh. Can't be strong now, right?
No, he's down to 25 HP, and he goes down. He's... No, did he leave a pack? Maybe, no. Well, I mean, John has a rocket now along with Blixen. Sorry.
Or some of the nicest ones, at least if you ask me. Like, your team has weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You get a spare quad, you don't have anything, and you're kind of free to do what you want, you know what I mean? You run around and you do, like, damage. No one expects anything from you.
No, it's one of those situations, like, if you have that quad and you only have the boomstick, you can sacrifice that quad for whatever. Because holding down the yellow with the rocket that Blixen had is way, way more important, right? And they also had John pick up the next RL. Raket now with the quad pickup for free. He was alone. What?
He's back now.
Oh my god, that's a double kill with the quad rocket. Tumult's still alive over GL though. And he gets a kill. Did they get a pack there as well? It's flying by so fast, but Raket is really running wild with the quad here, trying to figure out where all the enemies are. Does find John. He did not have a rocket though. So we're barely at where we left off. It's just a yellow control now for D2, and good old friends are huddling together over at Mega and GA. Tumult over in crossing. He's gonna get a kill onto Coach. Did not have a rocket. They're good. They have a good setup here for the quad though. Tumult sends one in. There you go, John, to take the hit, and it's gonna be Blixen falls. And some weird way, they get a pack. They have 4 rockets now in D2. One goes down. That's fine. 3 rockets is really all you need. That's a great shot by Plast jumping in. That's a pack as well. No! 2 packs over at Mega. That's going to be going to good old friends, I bet, because they were the quickest there. Tumult gets one of them, and John gets the other. And Coach goes down.
How many times the quad has just run into Mega? It feels like whoever has had quad on a rocket and knows there's an enemy rocket at Mega, they have run in every time.
Yeah, they're doing it a lot. They're really trying hard to sniff out the rockets over in Mega. A lot of the time, and I think that's what's really keeping the scores this close. We're 10 frags apart with 12 minutes played. And they're sacrificing a lot to gain very, very little. They're not playing it safe at all because they're really hungry for the win. Blixen in the quad box right there. You go. He's going to get taken out immediately, but he did a lot of damage to Raket. And even more damage dealt. He'll probably be safe for the yellow here, though. He's the solo rocket on his team as well.
You know, you talked about that Blixen engaged in that quad where he was just flying all over the place and died.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, there's this Mike Tyson quote that everybody is cool until they get punched in the face, right? And,
Yeah.
I feel like he's talking about you, the Quake, that everybody's cool when they have a stack until someone shoots you and you just lose your positioning and then you aim shit and then you're dead, basically.
Yeah. Speaking of being dead, Blixen got taken out over there over at quad, but X was so fast. Did you see that? He was right behind the stairs waiting to go in after the kill. And now he's going to get a free quad as well. There's no way. Oh, there's a pack as well? And X, always the gentleman, jumping willy-nilly into that area is scary business. But Blixen does have the mega save. He's the solo rocket on the field right now. Yellow's about to spawn, and that's going to be picked up by no one because no one's there. Rakit finally gets it. And now they have a mega. They have all the reason to push into Yellow. What are you doing?
That's a lot of rockets right there, and he's out.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. And he almost gets a kill on the enemy rocket right there. Tumult now with the next Yellow pickup. He's over GL. He's going to go down. Quad is coming up quite shortly. Hammer's down to 51 HP over at Mega. Will he be able to survive this? Like, the Mega's going to spawn, but he's not going to have the time for the quad. He's going to push for the quad anyway. 76 HP. Blixen's the solo one there from GoF. Good old friend's not going to be able to steal the quad here. Hammer down to 74 HP after all that. Gets to fly in for free and pick up a Yellow. This might be the turning point where D2 takes over the frag lead. Look at that! Double frags coming out from Hammer, left and right.
Yeah, he's seems to be in good shape.
Oh my God, Hammer! All the rockets are gone.
Sorry, I said anything.
I don't know if that was a caster curse or whatever that was, but I
Was a
slipped
meat
a finger,
grinder,
maybe. I don't know.
Rocket box, that's for sure.
So next I roll up pretty shortly. Rakit's going to be the one with the Yellow, but I don't know if he has time to get it and get over there. It's going to be a stretch. Does get one kill, and nope, has to back out. Quad is not an option either. John is on top of the quad. SMG only. Seems fine. Does have time to go for the Yellow here. SNG out of nails. Do they get the Yellow? Yes, they do. So they have X with a rocket over at Mega. Time to move for the Yellow now. Blixen did get the Yellow. He's gonna get a shot in the back and a bore pack inside rocket and the rocket box. X is now solo at Yellow. Really needs help from his teammates right here. The Yellow's coming up. Great with teamwork. There you go. Tumult jumps in, and the rocket goes to Rakit. Next time, an item of interest here is going to be the next rocket coming up in the quad shortly after that. X needs support from his teammates right here. There you go. Rakit jumps in. Oh, X does go down, but he will be fine. Good old friends, 20 frag lead with 3.5 minutes left to go. Rakit bores, leaves a pack for Tumult. John has the quad. Rakit underneath, trying to tease John with the quad here, Yellow. Doing a great job over
very
two.
Awkward situation. Very awkward.
All right.
Something with the water makes it hard to hit, I feel like, when you're... It's like one of the few situations where someone who has the high ground actually has a disadvantage of hitting. I mean, not when you have a rocket launcher, obviously, that's a different story. Let's see if Jon can get a weapon here. No, he decides to go... Yeah, he's going for the quad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the right
Oh,
move.
coming up behind Hammer, but he's not dealing damage enough with the nails.
Yeah, used to... Why isn't he nading him?
Well, he was out of nades as well. He had no ammo left after all that, and Hammer has a rocket and a Yellow right now. X has the Mega. It's locked down with his rocket and a half a green. And, like, they just need to hold this. Good old friends just need to hold this at this point. Hammer's pushing into the rocket box. Solid choice here. He's going to steal it and leave. Oh, eats a rocket to the face, and X on his way over to the yellow now. Hammer's not going to be able to go there. Yellow's already picked up by Koj. And they are dying to X's rocket. He's getting support from John over at yellow. Hammer's trying to get back in the fight here, but he's down to 16 HP. And that's a great shotgun shot from Blixen. The second one didn't connect, so Hammer's still alive somehow. Let's jump over to X. He's in the quad box. Leave that quad for a teammate, man. You already have the weapon. Oh my fucking god. Well, that doesn't matter. They're still in the lead. And Hammer's down.
It always
3 HP
looks
this
so
time.
unnecessary when someone bores and you're watching from the third point of view, doesn't it?
Pack was left there by D2, so they're down to 0. Hammer had a rocket, 3 HP. He had to leave a pack, or didn't have to, but he did. So 2 rockets now for GoF, just solidifying their win here on E1M2.
Yeah, this is not gonna sway in any way. Not a chance.
Nope. Flicks him on top of the yellow here with the rocket. The other rocket is in Tumult's hands. Moving through SSG and GA. Rocket picked up by Plast. And the scoreboard is looking really good. Like, look at this. X is on at 69 frags. Nice. Plast on top of the last quad here. Is not going to help them reclaim all this ground. Because look at this. He has to send in a bunch of people before him. Down to 1 HP he goes. Just to take over this yellow here. Wait, what? Did Blixen just survive that quad rocket? I heard a wham sound. Like he took damage. Well, it's the end of the road here. Tumult gets taken out by the quad rocket, but it's not going to be enough. X with the SNG to kill off the last rocket he can find and get the solid 7-0 on the scoreboard there. Well played by X. Holy hell, he held it down for a long time.
Yeah, and it's another GG. Really solid and even maps here. Not really anyone stomping anybody so far.
Yeah. And it's D2's pick, and it's going to be a DM2. If they take this home, we're going to a Phantom-based decider.
Yeah. Maybe DM3 was, not as even as the other two, the Schloss and E1M2.
Yeah, the Schloss was surprisingly close. I think the fact that Plast had so many good runs with the quad and they didn't get the win from that is like really tells how strong how strongly good old friends held it together. Not really pushing without resources, but they were also not making the best of plays at all times. But they did get some pens. And that's all that matters. Like, the frag count doesn't really care how the game went or how well you defended. If you're not winning in frags, you're not winning the game.
That's the case. Inescapable in this game of Quake. And now we are on the Claustropolis.
Yeah, how do you...
Seem to be Greek. There's nothing Greek about the map itself, but the name is somehow very Greek.
Is it?
Yeah, but what else would it be? Claustropolis.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Some weird American thing. I don't know, but it's. I think E2 has the stronger DM2 team on paper, but looking at the GoF guys, yeah, it could go either way. Expecting D2 to really fire up and reclaim that sort of momentum now here, but let's see.
All right, DM2 underway. Low RL goes to Raket. Blixen with the quad pickup. Oh, almost takes out Koj. He is so low on HP here. And he manages to survive. Great start here for D2. Unless Coach, can he survive here, maybe? Oh, please don't give away a rocket here. Oh my god. The coach is probably hitting his head against the wall like, why won't anyone die?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he listened too much to you there. He should have just poured, so his buddies can take the pack, but...
Yeah, maybe. Next quad coming up very shortly. Blast is stacked as hell, but he's going to run into Blixem here at high. Great shots. And that's going to be enough, but there are even more players waiting here, and there's a pack down underneath. Tumult with the quad pickup. Half HP. Gets a love tap from his buddy there as well with the boomstick. And Raquette to finish the job on the quad. He's taken out. John does have a rocket over a big, but he has no stack at all. So there's probably going to be a free low rocket here for D2. They're right here with Coach setting up for it. Maybe high rocket is... Yeah, it's going to go to good old friends. Unless they can get someone over there. Base gets the high RL pickup. Over here at quad low. It is worrying to see right there. You see Coach is stuck in telly right now. He's going to drop a pack for the entirety of good old friends. Base, can you drop a pack for anybody? No, he cannot. And there we go. We have to go back to Hammer. He's in secret. Needs to go for the quad here, but Blixem is already on top of it. Not in time. Not in time for the quad there. Good shot coming out from low RL up into path. Good timing here for the low RL as well. Blixem's on point, on time. Oh my god, he chose to go there and he got served 2 rockets.
Yeah, Blixem can go off on this map. Probably on any map, but I have seen with my own eyes. He can do that on DM2, and now he's...
and he gets a backstab over here at Telly as well, but there you go, Hammer taking off Blixem. Still has a mega left. And he has no rockets left. Terrible news for Hammer right here. Low RL is about to spawn. Raquette's trying to help out here, and John is on top of the quad. It's going to be a good old friend's quad here for John. Whoopsie on the teammate there. Oh, sorry. Just a couple of frags between them.
I will go far as to say, Pepe, that... well, no, I can't say that. I was going to say that whoever wins this map is going to win Phantom Base, but if GoF wins this one, it won't be a Phantom Base.
Very correct. And we're really close here on frags over after almost 4 minutes. 31 to 32, 32 to 34. But it's really, really close is what I'm trying to get at. And I don't think there's a world where we'll see DM2 just lay flat here, because they are a team of aggressive players. They have Plast and they have Hammer and they have Raquette. Really, really love to play aggressively on DM2. But right now, Base is the one that has a good stack to pick up the quad here, but he's gonna go fight off Coach here over a path. And was the quad killed? Yeah, it just died. And there's a pack generated. Great work there by Base. Going back to Telly here. No, there's the quad. What the hell? It's been laying around for forever. Best choice of action right now. Oh, he only has 1 rocket. Can't go to low. So low RL is going to go over to D2 and Plast. Great read there by D2. They know they have to keep away here from the quad. They're really, really just not giving him a lot. But Hammer comes up from behind. And there's another one. Blast taking out the final live HB points. Hell points. Fuck.
Yeah, well played.
A Base. And that's only 1 rocket left now for good old friends. They're slightly behind here, but should be alright. Hammer on top of the quad. I'm surprised they have the timing on the quad as well. Please use
why is that a
use a
surprise?
super shotgun once, Hammer, in your life.
Yeah, he's in the sect of the nail gun. It's like they refuse to use anything else than the nail gun. So it seems.
Well, we got somewhere.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Long-range rockets coming from Hammer. Dropping a bunch of rockets down to Laurel, and it's 4-0 in rockets right now. 6 minutes into the game, and D2 have taken the lead. A couple of minutes ago, Hammer's ready for the quad yet again. And there you go. They're really trying to push towards the quad area to take out as much HP from Hammer as possible.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the idea, looking at what Sailor wrote here, map block question mark.
Maybe, yeah.
It's not a map block yet, but it could be. It can always be on this map, right?
But it's kind of funny.
Having Spawn Fest for 10 minutes and then going into Phantom Base.
Yeah.
Against an exhausted GoF, that's gonna be quite the advantage if that happens.
But I see what like barely happened here. Look at that. John Boris up at high RL, a high tele exit. Brett Kitt has a rocket down here. He's a solo rocket on his team. Problem was, there was a rocket at low for good old friends. And they managed to steal the high rocket as well. And Hammer heard the pickup sound. And I guess he must have just thought it was a teammate that took it. Because they heard the sound, and that made it possible for good old friends to kill off 2 rockets on the enemy team. And right now, they're at 1 rocket each. It was quite locked down, but they didn't have the positions. Oh my god, that is absolutely terrible. Blixen shoots the wall, and goes down to a quad rocket from my kid. So maybe now, as the lockdown we're approaching, if they can get 1 more rocket on the field here.
Yeah, don't think so. I mean, Tumult has a rocket at quad. So
Yeah, but not a lot of stack to go with it. Oh. Oh, that was a grenade suicide, so that's fine. Yeah, maybe. Now that you mention it, he's pretty well set up for the quad here, and it's gotta be soon.
He died.
Oh yeah, he did. Blasted quad pickup. Blixem now fighting him up in quad way. Not gonna die.
But the point is rather that the quad side is way too chaotic to stay at low at that point.
Yeah.
However tempting it might be to put your foot on the neck of the enemy.
Yeah, but
Which
we're just
camping low.
Just about like 40 frags between them, and Blast is struggling to get the kill there. And that's a pack dropped! D2 now down to... No, wait, what? They got the pack? What happened there? I'm struggling to follow all the stuff that's happening on the team overlay. I'll ignore that for a bit. Rakit barely survives with 6 HP or Intelli. He's gonna fall. 1 rocket down. They're down to 3 versus 2 in the hands of good old friends right now. They probably have a good shot at this quad. They have Blixem right now in Telly, and John is over there as well, but Hammer is blocking that exit heavily, and Plas is on top of the quad. And I'm not sure if Plast was aware that there was an enemy there. No, he knew. There you go. And a pack generated in mid. Great work. Really, Plast is struggling to help out his teammates over at the quad area when he really wants to go over here to low.
Yeah, some people are like Swedish salmon, you know. It doesn't matter. They're supposed to be in the ocean when the time comes. They just have to swim up streams of the mountain to the place where they were born. You know?
What?
Yeah.
Plast goes
you didn't know
down.
that they do that?
I don't know, man.
my god. I thought everyone did.
My salmon knowledge is very limited, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach with a rocket in the wall. He's going to take out all of his stack there. Base right now over a quad with a rocket. Could possibly find an off angle onto Coach here. If he decides to show himself.
Question is if Coach is going there or not. It seems that he is.
Yeah, but...
And Base manages to hide.
Did he? No. He's still alive. We're pausing here. John
hiding.
paused the game for some reason.
Okay, so I have to talk about that salmon again.
All right, do it.
So the salmon, I think, is like it's born in like the mountains in the north of Sweden, right? And then there's like a waterfall, all like the rivers all the way out to the sea, and they live like their whole lives in the sea. And then when it's time to mate and drop the eggs and all that, they kind of have to go back. So they swim upstream and jump, you know. And
Right,
there's this
yeah.
fucking Lord of the Rings quest to get there. And that's what I meant, that there are some people who they just have to go low when they have quad, because that's where the action is, rather than to do what's necessary and what's needful. It might not be as fun as spawn fragging low.
Right, so the battle to get back in control on DM2 is like salmon swimming upriver. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that, I mean, that it's like instinct that they go there, right?
Oh.
They have to go there, and
Right.
when you have the quad, you want to go low, because that's like, I'm going to go low and I'm going to put an end to this bullshit. In the meantime, your bodies are like shouting, there's someone high, please come there. And you're like, yeah, I'll come there when I'm done low. And then you go low and some asshole traps you, you know, with the elevator, and they flood you and you're dead. And that guy at high just took over the map. So
that was a hell of an explanation.
Yeah, man, and I think that guy that you know jumps up high and camps there while you're going bananas at low, that's the grizzly that's just waiting by the waterfall where the salmon is jumping and just.
Wait, there are no grizzlies in the north of Sweden.
No, I mean not grizzlies, but brown bears, grizzlies. They're not. It's not like, it's like a curd and a Turk, basically. You know, it's the same. Same thing.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Turkish knowledge of geography and separating North America and the north of Sweden is lacking.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's got to lay down the knowledge for the children, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is. We all learned something today. You all learned something. I learned something. And X has joined the game to take the spot of John, who had to leave for reasons. All right.
Yeah. That's an unfortunate timing, but it's fortunate that GoF has there's not just 4 friends in the good old friends. It's more than that.
There we go. Unpause is happening. We're back to DM2. I think the score looks a bit wonky now because John is John's frags still counted when he is disconnected like this? Because it feels like they disappeared. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so. I think the lead is
it's just that big, because we were not at like a 70 frag score difference 3 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm off here.
I'm not sure. Maybe it'll recalculate at some point if it doesn't already. Whatever. Coach has a quad right now, and he's going to be very interested in trying to go towards the low here, but he's going to run right into X. He does a great dang job of trying to eliminate Coach, and survives with 42 HP after that. Not a lot of support for Coach or X right there, so they were just battling it out like two lone cowboys. All right, Telly is a mess right now. Raquette gets to pick up the pack and go through, get the high maybe. And we're going to be back to 4 RLs for D2 in no time. And down to 0 for good old friends.
Still rather stable, I would say. I mean, sure, they slipped, but that's fine. You can slip through as long as you don't die and they don't get the high. That's safe. Just rotate back. And you know, what's worse though is being down a lot on D and 2, not even at half point, 100 frags, or sorry, actually past half point, but with a lot of minutes left, and one of your buddies just kind of gets torn out of the game.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to sort of restart that mentally with the new guy.
Yeah, it is a challenge every time you have to like make like a what would some might call a drastic change. Like changing your lineup mid-game can be very, very hard, right? I think there's a way for good old friends to get back, but not get 100 frags back. Like D2 have been losing rockets, plenty of them, but still maintaining control, still grabbing a lot of the resources on the map, and getting most of the quads. Good old friends right now have 3 reds, 2 of them have rockets. They just have to defend for this push, basically, and then get ahead. See the rocket jump right there from Tumult. And the hammer quad rockets aren't really doing the trick here. Does sound out X with just a buckshot and a red. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to lock down low at this point, given the lead you have. And yeah,
I don't know.
As you said, the game so far has been very stable for.
Yeah, they don't.
In the sense that they lose, but they regain very quickly.
Yeah, they don't have to overextend right now. Tumult is pushing down water solo as the only rocket on his team, and I don't think there's a world where he can take on 4 enemy rockets and get more than that done. I think he killed off 1, but they got a fresh pickup immediately. So we're back to 4 rockets for D2 at this point. And good old friends are holding back room.
Blast is going in. Trust me. Oh,
he's not stopped him, no. Oh my god, Tumult jumped out at the wrong point in time.
He didn't make any noise, right? Blast was like dead silent from a quad sound point of view.
Yeah,
Did he shoot even?
I think so.
He shot towards Blix, right?
Yeah, but he did let Blixum take the lower L. He must have had the timing on the lower L there. But he sort of missed it because he was getting low and getting antsy and wanted to go for a secret. And now he's left Blixum with the red and a rocket. So they got 2 weapons now over at good old friends, but they are struggling as X is down to almost no HP left. The quad is coming up very shortly. I don't think Blixum can make it over here in time, or even will push. You see him in big, and he's not a chance.
Then you don't.
Blixum at low gets taken out by a quad RL.
Yeah, now you got the feeding frenzy going.
Oh my god, what a great work there by X and Tumult, I think it was. Who had the super shotgun running face first in towards the quad, and the friendly rockets taking him out. And look at that. Great elimination work here by Raquette. Taking out enemies left and right, securing the lower L for his team. Has to not lose it, but he drops a pack. And you see, it turns so quickly. Like, RLs are dying left and right here. D2 are holding 4 rockets for some time, but it's not a long time, ever. But they're still up so many frags.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you're not able to convert. You're disrupting the other team momentarily, but you're not able to convert it into any stability, and then sort of dragging your own team.
No, well, we're going to see good old friends pick up a quad here for the first time in forever, and Blixum is doing a lot of heavy lifting here for his team right now. Problem is he wants to get back to the lower L as well, and he's struggling to find a secret red. Can he get to low in time? I don't think he can, and they don't have anyone right there. So that's going to be a lower L for D2, and Blast is pushing up. Of course he will. there you go.
Oh,
Not a
that's
rocket taken out, but
yeah.
still, they have 2 rockets now in D2, and they're forced back into back room. One has jumped up, I think, to high and quad. Yeah, that's Raket. And Blixen right now trying to find a way up towards the quad here. Getting good shots in. Missed the quad pickup.
Missed the quad.
He's fine. Blixen struggling to get some sort of ground to stand on here. He does get down into secret, but it's going to be a long time before that one spawns again. And yet again, we see the issue of the secret and the lower L being timed so well together that Blixen and Base are the ones that have weapons in their team, and Base basically has to shoot towards Path. Oh my god, the rocket missed! The quad rocket missed, and now D2 are really taking over. All the rockets are gone for good old friends, and 150 frags between them almost as we're approaching the last minute of the game.
Real Taliban move by kid just runs into the quad. You don't really expect that.
I did not see that one happening. Raket is standing on a spawn and he just wants to get telefragged here. Hammer with the quad pickup. Gonna be the second to last quad. 2 rockets back up on the field again for good old friends. They have Blixen with a GL over quad, and Tumult and X holding down Path and Red back room. Good shots coming out, but none of those rockets connect. There we go. Finally, a direct hit from X. He's going to take out a teammate. Oh, that is so close. He almost got it there. Finally, the quad falls. Hammer goes down. 1 rocket left for both teams right here. As good old friends just pick up the lower L there. It is so close. I do not understand. They are fighting like really, really solid fights, both teams. But the frags just aren't there for good old friends.
I mean, it has to also be visible in the quad pickups.
Yeah, for sure.
GoF hasn't gotten that many quads. That
right.
Will then not get you as many frags.
Well, this is going to be fun for all of us watching, because in 15 seconds, this map is going to be over, and we're going to go over to the decider of Phantom Base. Blixen struggling to eliminate Hammer there with the quad rockets, but finally gets there. Plast to finish things off. 1 last frag, had 100 rockets and just an insane stack. Oh, there you go. It's gonna be Phantom Base. I have to take a short break to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, be right back. All right.
Yeah. And I will stand by what I said earlier, that whoever wins DM2 wins the game.
You think
And
so?
now that, yeah, I think so. I mean, it only got more kind of anchored when Jon had to leave unexpectedly.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it means essentially that there's gonna, there needs to be a major performance here or an upstep from Good Old Friends.
It might be the toughest issue right now for Good Old Friends that they lost John. He is a solid player, and I think they have lost not just like his fragging capabilities and such, but also just like a solid pillar of their team, because he has a lead. Maybe he'll be back. We don't know yet. I haven't seen any chatter about it, and they're all going ready, so I don't think so. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I feel with Jon so many times, not so much in Quake, as my children were. In that age, I wasn't playing Quake, but I did play other games, and there were times when I had to walk out from my buddies.
Yeah.
Fighting all kinds of different raid bosses, expecting all kinds of different shiny gear, and I was like, sorry guys, but you're the main tank. I said, yeah, and this is my main child, so.
Yeah, raid bosses will remain. Kids will not remain for long if you don't take care of them.
Yeah.
The coach timed out. And, yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's gonna be up to Blixen, Base, X, and Tumult if they want to claw back and get the win here. They have to fight without John. Hammer, Plaster, Kit, and Coach to defend themselves as the #1 team in Division 2. Keep in mind that Rakit downloaded the logs for this map before this game. I am not surprised, but also I think 3 games played in total here. Yeah, sure. I see that.
Wait, that's actually the case?
That's what people are saying. The locks thing, I'm not so bothered about because nobody reads MM2 anymore. But 3 games played, is that a correct stat? I can't check it now. I gotta check this. In all time on the map Phantom Base, he has 3 total games here. That is true. Wow.
Okay. Well, that
not great.
I would say that changes things a little bit. Now, how many games have the GoF guys? That's also something we need to check, right? So, As has played it quite a lot, in comparison at least. Task 2.
I don't know. Say hi to Barva right now. Who's that?
That's me.
Oh, you're Barva?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, I can't say I'm not, I don't really go around introducing me by that name anymore, but it's,
Alright, got it. Oh, you have a hello from Nico Mac.
Yeah. Send my regards back to Nico Mac. And not the way that you send your regards to the Lannisters, but that you send with love and nostalgia.
Is it fair to be nostalgic for like shows that aired like 10 years ago now?
Well, I think you can be nostalgic about breakfast you had this morning if you want to. I'm not gonna be, but it's hard to. There's people that are nostalgic by nature. Yeah, good have been, right? It's like breathing to nostalgicians, if you will.
I am, I don't know, by nature, very not nostalgic. I can remember old times and be like, yeah, that was fun, but I'm not really like drowning in some sort of long lost time of amazingness or whatever. I think the present is about as good as it's gonna get until the next day comes or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably healthier, you know, as a sort of an overall life perspective.
Maybe, I don't know.
But you are playing a game from 1996, Pepe, and you're not only playing it, you're like a major, like front man of the whole community.
Shebang.
Yeah, and I'm in a way I am as well, although, you know, you have a longer and more consistent track record than I do. So I think to some extent you are a nostalgician yourself, Pepe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel it as such.
If you weren't, you would have been camping on Mirage rather than, you know, running around with quad on Schloss.
Well, I think the nostalgia doesn't come into play for me because like in playing Quake. I just feel like this is the best game in terms of responsiveness and your ability to customize the game to your wishes. It doesn't get better than this. It absolutely doesn't. It is snappy in a way that other games just aren't, right?
Yeah.
Even the sequels, even Quake 3 and all that, they have some sort of like it's manageable, but it doesn't feel as snappy as this game does, right? This game feels like every button press happens. Everything that happens on the screen happens when I push the button on the keyboard or the mouse or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other games have that same feeling because they have better netcode, so they compensate for the stuff that feels off. But this game at like low ping is the best thing. And the customization aspect of it is such a strong selling point, because I know that Dusty is from NA is one of the most like liberal people regarding settings and whatnot in this game, and I'm almost there with him, because the ridiculousness that we have today is not far from the ridiculousness that could be, right? So if it's your colored backpacks or whatever, how does that matter? As long as it's not like an indicator of like this has an RL. I think people get that twisted sometimes, that like a more colored backpack doesn't make sense, because if you just change the color of the floor, it's gonna be just as visible as if you change the color of the backpack.
Yeah, I get it. That was a beautiful answer. I am a little bit taken aback and impressed with your answer. I was trying to pin you down as like, play this game because you've always played this game and you're stuck in the past, and you gave this beautiful speech.
Well, I think there's a strong connection to the past for sure, but I was so bad at the game back then that I don't have any glory days to look back at. I was shit. So I can't stand on like what has been and say like, well, that was so good, because I was so terrible. All my improvements in this game has come from like 2022 and onward. And I barely remember any of the big names from back in the day. Like I honestly can't name a lot of players that were so good and active then and be like, yeah, I know the names of the clans and such. I have no idea what their accomplishments were. And you are fine to disagree with me that nostalgia is not a part of it for me. Guess I also have great memories of like QH LAN and LANs in general where we played Quake and whatnot. But it's not that like drags me back into the game all the time.
No, I mean I mean nostalgia is a general human trait, right? It's impossible.
For sure.
I think as much as memory is and language is, so that's not what I'm saying at all. And I do think that it could be part nostalgia, but it cannot be that alone. It is largely driven by the fact that you just laid out, that it's
it's such a responsive game, such a high-paced, and wonderfully like unique in its perfection. And that sounds stupid, I know, but you know what I mean. It's so many things that align. Like it's the movement, it's the responsiveness, it's the lack of realism.
Yeah, absolutely. The complete disregard of any realism is like video game perfection in my book.
Yeah. And you can see like just as anything really is subject to entropy. It's the same thing with Quake. If you think, if not Quake itself, although of course,
yeah,
we are the entropy. We're getting old and we're falling apart. But the game is more like when you look at Quake 2, and then you look at everything that came after that. If you consider Quake to be the ultimate game in all those regards, then it's falling apart like, from that point on. And why the fuck should I, fall apart with it if I don't have to? If I can stay playing what's the best game. So
yeah, absolutely. I think that's super fair. I also saw a comment from Nafa in the chat that I want to address. DLK, de lyckliga kompisarna Ebba Grön and Dia Salma still on the Pepe playlist. No, I have, and I shit you not, I have 2 playlists in my Spotify account or whatever. One is just called Relax, because it's just music that I like that is relaxing. And I think the other one is like just a playlist I made years ago that has like a bunch of cool songs that I liked or whatever, that it's called like Friday or whatever. And I don't listen to old punk because of nostalgia. I listen to more new... Wait, someone's invisible. What the hell? Listen to more new music than ever, actually. I love discovering new bands. That's like one of my favorite hobbies. Wait, someone's invisible. Who is this? Is it Raquel? Wait, what?
is it practice mode on or?
No, but it's looking weird because Hammer's fighting a ghost on my screen. I don't know who it is.
I think I'm the one guilty of being a Bagran fan for 35 years or whatever it is. A bit unexpected.
That is unexpected.
The NWA guy here, I know.
Yeah.
But Ebba is Thåström and Ebba, that's heavy stuff.
All right, we're finally at the moment. We're tied 2-2 in maps. It's going to be Phantom Base as the decider between Death Dealers and Good Old Friends. Good luck, everyone. Have fun on the field. Coach's power went out, so they have to use Flamer as a stand-in. Raquette with a high rocket spawn jumps right into a yellow armored base, but he's gonna survive miraculously. Not for long though, maybe. Hammer with the pent now. Wants to get back to the red here. Try and steal the red before the low RL. And Blixum has a rocket and
he's
rain.
dead. Yeah. Other rocket is dead. So
oh yeah,
we've got Blixum now, and he's not gonna live long either, it seems.
And LG's just about to spawn. I wonder who's on it. No one, I think. Oh, close call there. Hammer almost taking a lot more damage than he is expected to. And there you see Base walking into red with his back turned towards the armor and gets shot out by Hammer. No weapons left here for Good Old Friends. Oh, they did pick up the LG, though. I have a hard time seeing them being able to secure the quad here with just an LG and 36 HP. Hammer's looking really strong. He has a red, mega, and a rocket to his name. And of course, he's going to get the quad. Now needs to guarantee a lot of space and resources for his team in a very short period of time. Takes the red for himself. Tumult actually challenging the quad of Hammer. Look at that. X now to it himself as well with the back pickup. And down at low, yep, Hammer has friends. Taking out even more enemies. Holy shit, what a quad run.
Yeah. Very, very decisively so.
Yeah, that next quad is going to have to be fought for by Plast, who took the red armor. They have 3 rockets, 2 of them stuck over here at red right now. That's not great. Plast trying to actually fight it out over here at green versus good old friends. And he's probably gonna get this quad for free if nobody decides to challenge it. Here comes Blixum with the yellow and rocket. Good shots! Not enough. Wow. Hammer to the rescue. Oh my god. They are spawning packs and not getting the kills on a Hammer.
That's one of those moments for Blixum when he's probably shouting out, "Do I have to do everything myself?" Just doing a lot of damage there at quad, but yeah, that's not enough.
Hammer's really running amok here over at Phantom Base. It's quite amazing to see. He's, wow, dealing so much damage with the quad rockets left and right. Picking up frags for his team, and look at that. He's at 21 frags. 21, more than the entire team of good old friends put together. Will he die soon? Maybe not. He's at 0 deaths still. Oh, is this the time? Tumult? Nope. Can't get there. And Base just left Blixum low on HP as well over here. LG had to leave the quad. Who's going to pick up the quad? It's going to be Plast. Gets served a rocket in the behind by Blixum.
So who I guess you would have played Phantom Base otherwise.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so who was it that stepped in instead? Is it Tumult then?
Not sure actually who would have been not playing. But look at that. Blixum gets a good shot onto Blast there. Didn't get the kill. I think who would sit this one out? I would guess Base would be the one to sit this one out. He has the least amount of playtime on this map, I think.
Yeah, that is the case, yeah.
But also I know that Tumult is not a super fan of all the new maps. But maybe, I'm not sure.
Base has 12 Phantom Base played all time, and Tumult has 18, so...
Yeah, they're quite close then. Well, it's another quad here just before the pent for Plast and the gang. D2 carrying 4 rockets, and there's three in the other team. Which is a sight to be seen, for sure. Like, how are there so many weapons off the field right now? And they're all hiding from the quad and getting away with it. They're over at red. They do have 2 rockets there with reds just before the pent. Quad runs out. Flamer's prepared. But look at this. The push in from Plast gets served rockets straight to the face. Oh, hey, Holidays gets a raid. Nice, thank you, Holidays. What's up, Raga? How's it going? Look at that shot from Flamer. Flick shot down. Secures the pen for his team, perhaps. No, it's going to be X. X and what? There's a pack left right there.
Yeah, and Blix mowed them down like a bulldozer. They're dying eventually. X just sweep in.
That is insanity. Brain was picked up by a hammer, and he has a rocket to go with it. So he might cause some issues later on for good old friends. Ooh, that was unfortunate, but hammer goes down, so the ring rocket is dead. X now with the pent quad run. Gets his yellow stolen. Has to retreat back to red here. It's a good run,
exactly what they needed. Yeah, exactly what they needed, this pent, and some momentum back. Only Hammer now has a rocket at yellow.
Yeah, let's see if the Hammer can swing the other way. Like, he has a weapon on his team. He has a rocket, the only rocket in his team, but they have 2 LGs to go with it. That might be enough to guarantee themselves the quad here. We got X over at red, Flamer over here already early on quad, and Tumult jumping up to red, but he is maybe not on time for quad. Can he get there? I doubt it. Flamer's underneath. Some LG cells, not enough. That's going to be a kill onto the quad. X keeping red safe in the meantime. Good old friends with 4 rockets right now.
Did you say, Pepe, let's see if the hammer can swing the other way?
Mm-hmm. Holy shit! What? What? The hell just happened to X? He must have Must have woken up there. It's killing rockets left and right. What the hell is going on? He shoots the floor. God damn it. It was looking so good.
Yeah, that's a cleanup act right there.
I don't know, man. This seems weird to me because like X is running it strong here, but we're gonna switch over to Blixum if I can fucking find him. There he is. He's on top of the quad. Gets a kill onto Raquette. That's a pack drop as well. Yeah, swoop that shit up. Might as well. Oh, the discharge in the water.
It's not so often you see that on this map.
No.
I just realized.
And another one.
Oh, what the hell? Like very rarely, for some reason.
Important to note here, good old friends are keeping a lot of the stacks in their hands, but they are not in the lead. They're 10 frags behind, and we're almost at 8 minutes played. Slowly catch up.
And I think I wish I could see the quads picked up here live, and unfortunately I can't. Not until Uncle Nexus upgrades his MVD analyzer. Shout out to Uncle Nexus. But I would guess that good old friends have the lead.
Oh, I think so, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going for D2 right now is that they have a rocket on Plast, he's dead, and they have a rocket on, ooh my god, on Hammer, who's hiding over at yellow right now, and Blixum has all the reason to just push in there. He has a quad, he has an LG, few cells, but still, like, does not need to touch red at this moment. He can leave his buddies over there. There's Hammer in the water. And Blixum gets to steal the high RL. That is important with the quad. And that's a pack generated. Perfect timing there. When Hammer finally shows his face, Blixum shows up from behind. Look at the stacks now on good old friends. They are almost in the lead. 2 frags behind. 1 LG on Flamer and a green armor. That's not enough to steal this quad here. Good preparations here by good old friends. Flamer shows up. Not nearly enough of a stack to tank that.
Look at the stats, like how good old friends are just fucking towering over D2 with all those reds and RL, LG. Oh my god, this is
yeah, it is quite crazy.
Brutal. Hammer needs to galvanize his guys to get the next pen to turn this around. Otherwise, this is going to escalate.
Yeah, he has managed to steal a rocket, but it's not enough. Gives that pack over to Tumult. Won't be able to get the high RL though. So Raquette has a rocket, but he's over at red. Trying to survive. Blixum now low on armor. That's going to be a telefrag onto base. We'll go over to, where is he? Raquette over here at red, trying to defend. Sorry, the pent was coming up, and Blast got it for free somehow. I do not understand what is going on now. Good old friends lost a lot of ground here. Blixum still alive over at yellow. Tumult still alive with a rocket. They're going to get the ring, but that's the end of Blixum. Right there, a turnaround with the quad. An X right here in the water. That's an enemy ring. Eliminated quite quickly. Didn't have a weapon, which is important, but still. Pent is running out. Bunch of quick frags here, and we're tied. 83 to 83 after that Pent run. Holy, that turns so quickly. Base has a yellow on a rocket for good old friends right now, but Blast on top of the red has a teammate over at yellow, which is Hammer. He's gonna probably go down. There you go. And now Solar Rocket on his team X. Can he survive over here at water? No, he's gonna go down. I was just gonna try and find his POV, but no matter. We're going over to Flamer, jumping into LG here. Trying to deny all the lower L. Take a red, maybe. Just before... Oh, sorry. I totally messed up. Plast just got the quad. And the frags aren't really moving, even though there are no weapons in good old friends.
Yeah, okay. Maybe Raquette should have left that one.
Yeah, I think it's the same. But I don't think he had any cells left. Good shot. Blast, can he get this? Oh, that's a pack dropped. So Flamer now does have a rocket over at red. They have Hammer with a yellow and RLG. 3 rockets for good old friends, though. They need a couple of yellows before the quad here. Yeah, imagine if you had an LG there. Absolutely, Silverman. You're right. Hammer, quad LG, running into red, completely unthreatened. Good old friends are stacked over at GA and water. There you go, X barely escapes. And Tumult gets fried by the quad LG of Hammer. Yeah, there is a pack there, but he's holding it for a long, long time. Good work, but a lot of quad time spent holding a pack there. Hammer inspecting over at yellow high now. Does find base, takes out an enemy RL. There are still weapons over here for both X and Blixem. X is on top of the quad now with his teammates. LG on Blixem as well. He should be able to pick up this quad. Here you go. Completely for free. Again, it just swings the other way. I do not understand. How did D2 miss that quad? Oh, they have info where the quad is.
We haven't really seen this type of sort of sloppiness with quads on the other maps, at least not as consistently as this across both.
No, not at all.
Both teams. So I think it, any map that you don't really play as much as the others won't really make it out of the FFA category as fast as the others, so to say.
It's a good way for Blixem to end the quad run over here at red, though. Guaranteeing himself a big stack. Can probably leave another teammate to take it over. He's going to run into Flamer here. That's a great kill, generating impact for X as well. And just one more quad before the next pent is coming up. Good old friends are just a couple of frags behind, and they're probably going to be able to get those. But what? With the quad is what I was going to say. And basically it's a pack over here at red for the quad. Not great news for good old friends right now, but the Flamer's down to 17 HP. It's not a lot.
Oops. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, with that HP, I would have waited.
Yeah, I would be cautious.
Jumped out. But it's fun.
A lot of damage dealt to that quad on Flamer, though. Quad runs out finally, and Blixem now the solo weapon carrier on his team. Good old friends really needs a pent here to try and stabilize the frag defense. Blixem's gonna go down blast with the pent pickup quite easily, so he had backup as well. And running all over the place. Quad is up in 10 seconds, so he's got time to spare. But they're not generating frags with a pent going back to red like that. Let's see if Class can make the last seconds of the pent actually matter and push further into the yellow armor area where the weapons of good old friends are located right now. Does get one. Little ring around the rosy there. Blast actually guaranteeing his team a high RL. So even one more. And a good attempt by base again, but it was a bit early with that. Blast still survives somehow. 24 HP, just one boomstick shot away from dying. Manages to survive through all that. X gets the low RL pickup here. Oh no, so many missed rockets. That's going to be a pack and 4 weapons now for D2. Alright. Bit of a trade down there in the water. And quad was picked up, and it's going to fall just as fast. Flamer holding a pack here in mid for his team. Trying at 2 at least. He's going to go down. Great work there by both Tumults and Rakit, trading blows back and forth. Red now for Flamer and an RL. X gets an elimination onto Rakit. Good shots over here at red.
This is the old fix push he's doing here. Pushing
Great
into red
shot.
without a quad.
The fix push?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him do it a few times, but he's very good at that. That he will push in from the pen side into red when enemy is there without having a quad.
Oh,
then just
right,
push in,
yeah.
go back out, push in, go back out, and every time he goes in further. Very annoying.
All right, it's going to be a quad pickup here for X. Now, they have 2.5 minutes left to catch up 20 frags. I think they have the arsenal to do so, but they need to find out where Hammer is located. He's over at Pent. And they need to find Flamer, who's over at red. One of them goes down. Oh, nope. Good shots, but Flamer returning the favor. And that's not enough. That's a pack dropped as well.
I'm not sure. Did he know that there were two of them there?
I don't think so. Well, no, he must have seen two rockets fly at some point. But he went aggressive because they don't have a lot of time to spare. 2 minutes left, and it's 20 frags between them still. Blexham lost his rockets. They're down to 0. They don't have an LG, and they're up against a team with 2 rockets and 2 reds. Yeah, Hammer sort of has to go for this quad, or it's going to be bad news. There you go, quad lost. X got to pick that up and die just quickly. Tumult now has a rocket, but he's the solo weapon for his team, and it's not looking good for good old friends right now.
Oh, Hammer doesn't have to go anywhere. He can stand here and just bomb frag. That one quad, even if, you know, good friends would get it and make the best out of it, would probably not be enough anyway, badly.
Yeah, they're pushing it with boomsticks as well here over LG. It's not really the greatest of time for good old friends right now.
Yeah, this is the type of prediction you don't want to be right. Like, the whole kind of loss of morale as Jonas has to go and you know.
Yeah.
Although I'm not taking anything away from D2 by that.
No, they've absolutely played a good game, for sure. They've held it together very nicely. They've killed off a lot of enemy weapons that were really, really important to get rid of at specific times. Now Hammer's the solo rocket on his team, keeping down red. As good old friends are trying to push into red with 30 seconds left to go, it's not going to be enough at this point. They do take out a weapon. It's not enough still. 20 seconds left to go and 40 francs behind. It's just over.
Yeah. And if these guys weren't arch enemies already, I mean, now they will be forever. Final. Still this close. I mean, it wasn't dramatic last minutes here, but it's very close games. Like, obviously these two teams are close to each other in every regard, and yeah, play very evenly and should crack more.
Absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree. It's going to be a final score of 3-2 in favor of D2. They came back. They were down 2-1 in maps, and then they came back and took 2 maps, and it's 3-2. Well played, Hammer, Raket, Coach, Blast, and also Flamer on the last map here. Really, really, really well played. It's fun to see that the grand finals went to a full 5-mapper. Sadly, we lost 2 players along the way, but you know, shit happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's the case. I do feel that Pepe, it's been way too long since we did this, and
Absolutely.
that this is sort of the unspoken, although I'm saying it now, build up for the matches that are to come.
Oh, absolutely.
With semis and finals, at the very least, the finals we have to do. We'll be up for more than that if you're down for it. So
I am so down for it, man. All right, catch you in the next one, Zerial.
Thank you very much.
GG's.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye. All right, that's going to be it for the Division 2 Grand Finals between good old friends and Death Dealers. What a great game we had, right? That was so much fun. Thanks also to Zerial for helping me cast, of course. I am being viciously invaded by a cat here in my lap. I'll give you guys a little peek of the menace that's right here, taking up all this space. And also, my shirt didn't really help. Didn't really help the good old friends guys perform, but I was rooting for them. It was fun to see. Sadly, we lost John along the way. Shit happens. It is what it is. But well played, both teams. It's been fun to watch. And I'll be here with Serial or myself or someone else. And we'll try to cast more of these games that are coming up in the playoffs, especially in Division 1. It's gonna be fun. So I just have a tail in my face right now. Cat. There you go. He's a good cat. Bit of a nuisance, but he's good. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I've been Pepe. You've been awesome. I'll see you guys later. Maybe we'll just should we raid some random here? Yeah, there's someone streaming Quake called Alien Metalhead. We'll just raid him. Alien Metalhead. I don't know who that is, but all right. Oh, thanks, Akoini. Thank you, Spox, Sturm, Aki. Thank you, Raga, Sailorman, Alpha, Edwin, etc., etc. Good to have you here.